Our 8th finalist is Kirk Schlieffarth from the Earth Science and Environmental Sustainability Program at NAU, and Dr. Reid is his major professor. And the title of Kirk's presentation is Mysterious Volcanoes in Turkey. Will they erupt again?
I was half asleep on the slopes of a very active volcano after a long day of monitoring its activity. I purposely left the fly off my tent so I could keep an eye on the volcano in case it decided to erupt during the night. Around 3 a.m., the volcano came to life. With a thunderous boom, it explosively spewed ash into the sky and triggered an avalanche of hot, glowing rocks down its slopes, as seen in this photo. Not only are volcanoes dangerous to study, they can have devastating effects on landscapes, ecosystems, property, local and international economies, climate, and human life. My research uses the chemistry of volcanic rocks to understand the source of magma, which then helps us understand what triggers volcanic activity and prepare for future eruptions. I'm particularly interested in volcanoes in Turkey in the Middle East because little is known about them and if and when they'll erupt again. Turkey is one of the most geologically active places in the world. For several million years, Turkey has been sandwiched in between the Arabian and Eurasian plates. In response, Turkey is literally being squeezed out to the west. This collision also resulted in large mountain ranges, high plateaus, devastating earthquakes, and widespread volcanic activity, represented by the red triangles. We don't normally expect there to be volcanoes when thick continents collide, but in Turkey, volcanoes are unusually common. So, my team sought to answer 2 questions. 1, why are volcanoes in Turkey? And 2, will these volcanoes erupt again? In order to do this, we spent months in the field collecting volcanic rocks from various volcanoes throughout the region. Back in the lab, we analyzed these rocks to determine their age and their chemistry. What we found is that many of these volcanoes are very young, and that the magma that fed them came directly from the mantle and rose quickly through the crust. These results led us to a very interesting discovery. In normal conditions, when continents collide, we expect the crust to be very thick. This prevents magma in the mantle from reaching the surface, as seen in Figure 1. However, what we found in Turkey is that the crust is actually spreading apart and is very thin. This allows magma in the mantle to more easily rise to the surface through fractures and faults, as seen in Figure 2. And this is what we think is causing widespread volcanic activity in Turkey today. We also learned that the crust in Turkey will continue to spread apart. And as a result, we expect there to be more melting in the mantle and more volcanic activity at the surface in the future. As you can see in this map, many of these volcanoes are adjacent to unsuspecting cities and communities and are in harm's way. Not only could these volcanoes erupt again, new volcanoes could form where they were not previously found, further endangering unsuspecting cities in the region. My research has been important to help us understand what triggers volcanic activity in this region and determine which volcanoes might erupt in the future. With this in mind, I wouldn't recommend sleeping on the side of one of these volcanoes. Thank you.